Hey class. So I decided to make a tutorial video on how to use your Stokes Roozeboom diagram. It's because a number of students they take time to understand how to find a point in your Stokes Roozeboom diagram, how to plot on the Stokes Roozeboom diagram. So here's a tutorial on how to plot by hand on a printed Stokes Roozeboom diagram, or how to create a plot using a ternary plot generator. It's an online website that you can use to create your ternary phase diagrams. Let's begin by trying to plot by hand on a printed Stokes Roozeboom diagram. So of course, you will be needing a printout of your Stokes Roozeboom diagram, colored pens, and a ruler. First, we need to label our diagram. Let's say we are considering a system composed of water, ethanol, and benzene. Let's place water on the right vertex, ethanol on the top vertex, and benzene on the left vertex of our Stokes Roozeboom diagram. So how do we read this? With the bottom side of our diagram, we start with 0 from the left going to 100 to the right. And this means 0% water to 100% water. Now, on the right side of our Stokes Roozeboom diagram, we start from the bottom, which is labeled 0%, and as we go upward, the concentration of ethanol increases up to 100% ethanol or pure ethanol. And on the left side of our Stokes Roozeboom diagram, we start with 0% on the top, and as we go down, we go to 100% or pure benzene. Don't forget to indicate the units if it is percent weight, percent mole, or mole fraction. In this example, we will be using percent weight values. How do we locate a point in the Stokes Roozeboom diagram? A ruler is handy when trying to locate a point in this type of diagram. Let's say we want to plot 43% water, 33% ethanol, and 24% benzene. Let's start with water. So if you notice, this Stokes Roozeboom diagram is particularly nice because it has minor ticks on its sides. So the major ticks give us by tens and the minor ticks give us by units. So you can locate 40 and then count 41, 42, 43. And using a pencil and a ruler, create a very light line parallel to the marks for the amount of water. Next, we locate 33% ethanol using the marks on the right side. So 30, 31, 32, 33%. And again, very lightly create a line parallel to the marks for ethanol. Now, observe that we don't need to locate the one for benzene because automatically this will correspond to 24% benzene. And now we have your point. Now use different colors if you want to have less confusing diagrams. To create digital phase diagrams for ternary systems, we can use an online plot generator. So open your browser and go to www.ternaryplot.com. And we will just close this message on the upper portion. And you will see on the left side your Stokes-Roozeboom diagram, which is blank. You see a table for plotting points, a table for plotting lines, and if you scroll a bit down, there's a table if you want to plot areas. By default, you have some values in these tables, and you can just click on Clear Table or clear this table if you want to clear or delete the default values. So since we want to plot connected dots, we will use the table for lines. So let's clear the table for plotting lines. Click on OK. Notice the difference of this Stokes-Roozeboom diagram with the printed one shown earlier. So in the bottom side, the 0% is found on the right vertex, and the 100% is found on the left vertex. On the left side of this diagram, the 0% is found on the bottom and 100% on the top vertex. And on the right side, your 0% is found on the top vertex and 100% is found on the right vertex. So we want to place water on the bottom side. More specifically, we want to place water on the left vertex, ethanol on the top vertex, and benzene on the right vertex. So take note of the difference with the one when we plotted by hand. So the first variable here will be reflected as the variable on the top vertex. Variable 2 is the variable on the left vertex, and variable 3 is the variable on the right vertex. So we can enter some values. So 33% ethanol, 43% water, and 24% benzene. So since we want to plot a line, let's put another point, 30% ethanol, 50% water, and 20% benzene. And if you click on plot lines, then the labels on the axis or vertices will appear, and you have your line determined by the 2 points indicated in the lines table. So you just enter your data points and then click on plot lines, and you will be able to create your phase diagram for a ternary system. So assume that we have this phase diagram for the water, ethanol, benzene system. What if we want to plot tie lines? So what you do is you just create a space between two sets of data points. So the first set that we have here are the data points for the phase diagram. So the next set of points that you want to make or place in this table is the set of points for one tie line. So let's say we have this point and this point that constitutes one tie line. So you just enter their values separated by a space from the set of points constituting the phase diagram or the solubility curve. If you click on plot lines, the tie line will appear, and you can actually format its color like so, and now you have your tie line. The process is the same, you just have to put a space between one set of points to another set of points. So let's say we have these 2 points that give another tie line. So again, place them with a space or one space apart from the previous set of points. And again, you can format the color of your tie lines. Click on plot lines and you will have the second tie line.